The furniture you inherited from your parents, the china you registered for and used twice, the sports equipment for sports nobody plays anymore, the ski gear from 1987. If you're like me, I have old tennis rackets, rollerblades, and who knows what else in the garage. 40 years of living, 40 years of collecting, and 40 years of meaning to deal with that. Now, somebody, maybe you, maybe your kids, or maybe that little voice at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep, is saying maybe it's time to make a move. And instead of thinking about the next chapter, all you can think about is the basement. Well, I hear this every single week, and I want you to know two things right now before we go any further. You do not have to do it all by yourself, and you do not have to do it all right now. If there's one topic that stops people in their tracks before they ever pick up the phone and call a realtor, it is this one. Not the market, not the money, and not even where are they going to go. It's the stuff. So today we're going to talk about it directly, what to do with it, who can help, and how to think about it. And most importantly, why it does not have to be the thing that keeps you stuck. I'm Morrow. I'm a local realtor and a senior real estate specialist serving Westchester and Fairfield counties. I guide homeowners 60 and over through the process of selling their home and finding the next one seamlessly, calmly, and on your terms. My goal for every person I work with is clarity. Clarity on what you want, clarity on what the process looks like, and clarity how to get from thinking about it to actually doing it without the stress or with reduced stress. That's why I make these videos, because the more you know going in, the better this whole process feels, and I want it to feel really good for you. If you are new here, welcome. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. We are covering everything that comes up when you are thinking about downsizing, the real stuff, not just the real estate. So let's get going. Let's talk about that basement. Here's what I see happen. Someone is genuinely ready to move. They know it is time. They've done the math, they've talked to their kids, and they've even looked at a few places online at midnight. Sometimes they've come out with me and we've researched a few properties, but then they walk into the basement or the attic or the garage or that one room that has quietly become a museum of every decade since 1978. Or do you have the shrine to your kids? Each room is exactly how they left it. That's when the whole thing shuts down. Because the task feels so enormous, so emotionally loaded, that the brain does the only logical thing. It decides to think about it later. And later becomes next month becomes next year, and suddenly 5 years have passed, and you are still in the house that is too big, the ski gear is still in the basement, and you've paid taxes for the last 5 years. I am not here to judge. I am here to help you break this down into something that actually feels manageable, because it is. I promise you it is. So let me give you a simple framework that I share with almost every client when you are looking at a lifetime of belongings. Things fall into 4 categories. Pile 1, it comes with you. It's the things that you love, the things that bring you joy, the things that you use, the things that belong in the next chapter of your life. This pile probably is smaller than you think, and that is okay. The new home will be curated, intentional, and only the things that have earned their place come with you. Pile number 2, it goes to family. The heirloom furniture your daughter always loved, the china your son actually wants. Does he? The holiday decorations your kids have quietly been hoping to inherit for years. Here's my advice on this one, though. Ask before you presume. Sometimes what you think no one wants is exactly what someone has been waiting for. And sometimes what you thought everyone would fight over, nobody wants at their house. Having the conversation saves a lot of guesswork. Pile number 3. It gets donated, sold, or given away. This is a bigger pile than most people expect, and it is also where a lot of the guilt lives. The exercise equipment that was going to change everything, the bread maker, the juicer, the pasta maker, all of it. I have them all. Estate sales, consignment shops, online marketplaces, and donation centers. These are your friend. There are professionals who handle this entire category for you. You do not have to post a single thing on Facebook Marketplace at midnight. There are people whose entire job is this, and they are very good at it. Pile number 4, it's out. Some things just need to go. They're broken. You have duplicates. They're mystery items that you cannot identify but have moved 4 times anyway. Letting go of these things that no longer serve you is not wasteful. It's not disrespectful. It's just honest. Now, here's the part that changes the conversation for most people. There is an entire industry of professionals whose sole job is helping people exactly like you navigate this. Senior move managers and organizers. They are specialists. They are often certified through the National Association of Senior Move Managers or belong to the professional networks for organizing. They will coordinate the entire process. They will help you sort, they will help you decide, and they will help you pack. They can coordinate the estate sale and the donation pickup and the movers, all of it. So you are not managing 12 different vendors. These people are remarkable. I've seen them work. It's impressive. And they do this with real sensitivity because they understand this is not just moving boxes, it's moving a life. There are estate sale companies. If there are things of value, furniture, art, collectibles, jewelry, an estate sale company will come in, assess, price, and sell it for you. You do not have to figure out what anything is worth. You do not have to deal with strangers in your home. These companies handle it. They do take a percentage of the proceeds, but that's their incentive to get you the best price. And then finally, there are junk removal services. One call, one truck, done. Many services will even sort container donations from disposal for you, so you don't have to worry about, is it all going to end up in a landfill? And part of my job, the part I take seriously, is connecting you with the right people at the right time. I have a network of trusted professionals I refer clients to regularly. The senior move managers, the estate sales specialists, the organizers, the movers. You don't have to find them yourself. You just have to ask me. And here's the other thing I want to say clearly. You do not have to figure this all out before you list your home. I cannot tell you how many people delay the entire process, sometimes by years, because they feel like they need to have the house perfectly sorted before they can even think about selling. Not true. That is not how it works. And most importantly, that is not how it has to work. Here is what a realistic timeline actually looks like. You start the conversation with me, we figure out the plan. We talk about some milestones. We talk about timing and what the market looks like now. We start thinking about what the house needs to show well, which is actually less than what you think. And at the same time, you start working through the belongings, not all at once, one room at a time, one weekend at a time, maybe with the move manager, maybe with your kids on Sunday afternoon, or maybe just you and a good playlist and a lot of cardboard boxes. These 2 tracks, the house prep and the stuff, they run parallel. They do not have to be sequential. And the selling process has enough built-in time that most people find that they have more runway than they feared. Remember, I've spoken about this before in previous episodes. We can negotiate time right into your contract. We can have a delayed closing, a contingency for your next place, or a post-closing occupancy period. So you are not racing against a deadline while sorting through the attic. You get to breathe. This is manageable, and it gets more manageable the earlier you start the conversation. I cannot emphasize enough. Talking to me early. Sometimes this is a 12 to 24 month process. I am Lori Morrow, a local realtor and senior real estate specialist, and someone who has helped a lot of people get unstuck from exactly this moment. The stuff is real, the overwhelm is real, and I'm not going to pretend that it just evaporates the minute you call me. But I will tell you what does happen. It gets smaller the minute you have a plan, a real one, with real steps. The pile in the basement stops feeling like a wall and it starts feeling like a project. Projects have endings. The wall stays there. And you do not have to do it all now. You just have to start the conversation. The rest follows from there. The ski gear will get handled. If you are new here, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and put some comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have questions, leave those too. Sometimes they'll become the next episode. So see you next time.